This is Julian Franklin, and today I'm going to tell you about a show that I wrote called Heroes Without Capes. And the idea behind this show is that I wanted to create a character ed program, and that's what this is. It's a character ed program, so it's very great. At the beginning of the year, a lot of time counselors will co-fund this. They have funds specifically earmarked usually for these types of programs, so please let your counselors know about this. Because like all of my shows, it's also a reading show, so we're going to talk about books, and you'll see how that happens. But it's a character ed show fundamentally, where we talk about what it is to be a hero, a real hero. So we talk about superheroes and graphic novels, and we pull up a few of those as examples. But we talk about what did these heroes, these superheroes, these mutants, that scientific, science fiction sort of heroes, what do they have in common with real heroes? The heroes that do not wear capes. Police officers, firefighters, EMTs, saving lives every single day and keeping our city safe. So what do these two groups have in common? And everyday citizens, by the way. You don't have to have a badge or a utility belt to be a hero. Every day there are regular people, just like you and me, just like the kids in the audience, who become heroes. And so we talk about those examples, and they all, whether we're talking about real life kid heroes, real life adult heroes, real life people whose job it is to be a hero, whether we're talking about science fiction, superheroes, fantasy heroes, realistic fiction heroes, we go through all these sorts of heroes from these various books, and they all have three things in common. And the three things that I chose for a very specific reason. The three things that all of these heroes have in common, the three are very simple to remember, particularly the way that we do the show, and more importantly, they integrate seamlessly no matter what character education program you're using. So what happens is some schools use this system, some schools use that system, the seven pillars of character, the 5 pillars of character. There's all sorts of different programs that get implemented, and they're constantly being changed. As you know, at the beginning of every single school year, you have to go to some teacher in service where they share with you the newest system that we're going to be integrating this year. And while that can be very frustrating, I remember that from my time as a teacher, and it would sort of be like, oh, what's the newest thing? But it's very important that we are always on the cutting edge of this sort of thing. And so I think it's good. It's frustrating, but it's good. So what happens, though, is I wanted to write a show that was going to carry forward no matter what specific program your campus is using, no matter what specific program your district is using. This show is going to help support and reinforce that. So the three things that we talk about that all heroes have in common across the board. They all have knowledge in their head. Every hero knows something. Captain Sully knew how to do the emergency landing. He knew that he was not going to be able to get back to the airport in time. So they all have knowledge. Knowledge from experience, like Captain Sully had, knowledge from teachers, knowledge from books that they've read, knowledge from videos that they've seen. So every opportunity that we have to learn something new, it increases the chance, the likelihood that we will have what we need to become a hero. The second thing that all heroes have in common is they have passion in their heart. Passion means that they love and care about other people. If a person doesn't care about someone else, there's no incentive to be a hero. But all heroes care about other people. And so we talk about empathy. We talk about that and how important it is. The third thing, oh, and by the way, passion also is not just a passion for other people. But most heroes, all heroes, really have a passion for something else. Captain Sully, from the time he was very young, loved airplanes. Mike, the hero in the book The Vanishing Coin, loved magic tricks. George Washington Carver loved science, and he loved teaching. So all of these real-world heroes had passion in their heart for something that they held very near and dear. And we remind the kids in the course of the show that you don't have to have passion about only one thing. You can love playing football and also love writing poetry. You can love reading books and also love drawing pictures that go with the books that you read. You can love writing your own stories, and you can also love doing gymnastics and ballet. You can love all sorts of things. And so we talk about that passion. But all heroes have knowledge in their head, and they all have passion in their heart. And the third thing that all heroes have is that they have the bravery to make good choices. They have the bravery to do the right thing, no matter what. Even if you're scared or nervous or shy, all heroes choose to do the right thing. And those three facets, and we talk about those, we have stories that go with each one of them and reinforce it by the time we leave. kindergartners all the way up to 6th grade, they're going to be able to recite those 3 things that all heroes have in common. They have knowledge in their head, passion in their heart, and they always strive to make good choices. We all make mistakes, but all heroes are striving to always do the right thing and make good choices. So this is a show that's super popular at the beginning of the year, obviously as a kickoff. It's also very popular during Red Ribbon Week, October, Red Ribbon Month. Anytime in October really is a good time for the show, because if you know anything about me, if you've seen any of my other video descriptions about shows, I'm a behavior specialist, and so that was my thing when I was a teacher, was always behavior. I was the behavior specialist for the district where I work. But the point is that one of the things that we know is that you don't talk about the things you don't want. You talk about the behaviors that you want to see more of. And so too often in Red Ribbon programs, it's a heavy emphasis on all the things you're not supposed to do. And I think it's much better, and all of my shows are focused on the things that we do want. So instead of bringing in a program where we talk about all the various drugs and look at all these alcohol, all the things that you shouldn't be doing, instead, let's bring in a program that says, here's what we want to do. We want to live a healthy lifestyle. How can we do that? Knowledge in our head, let's keep learning. Passion in our heart, care about other people. Let's demonstrate our love for our fellow students. Let's demonstrate our love for whatever it is that you care about. Spend some time folding origami. Spend some time planting a garden. Whatever it is that you love, foster that passion. And then, and always do the right thing. So those 3 things are going to be easily integrated into anybody. But anyway, the point is, it's a good show at the beginning of the year, good show during October, which is Red Ribbon Month, and a good show at the beginning of January, the new semester, kind of a kickoff. And co-funding from counselors is one of the more common ways that this show is brought into schools. So present this to your counselor. Counselors, if you're watching it, talk to your librarian, and you guys can work together. And I would love to be in there and kind of help make some wonderful changes, or help reinforce the positive changes that you guys have already made on your campus. So the show is Heroes Without Capes.